You are not the only one that is struggling with confidence, right? So many people struggle with actually being successful in their digital business because of the lack of confidence. A lot of people actually stay away from even diving into having a business or a digital business because their confidence level is not where it needs to be, right? And you may have an amazing product, right? You may have so much information, something that someone can absolutely, most certainly benefit from, but it feels like you cannot move forward. It feels like you have cement boots on, and that confidence has you in a chokehold. And that is what we are going to talk about today. I'm going to give you some ways that you can be more confident in, whether it's in front of the camera, whether it's in when if you're doing public speaking or considering going live. Just want to give you some pointers, some things that has helped me out to actually get to a place where I am now able to go live, build a community. As you see here, we are having a blast over there on TikTok. So if you have not followed me over on TikTok, I go live almost daily over there. So check me out over there. But there was a point where I could never, like, I would have never thought that going live would be something that I would do, right? Much less like recording videos and things like this. And so every time I make the decision that I am going to do the thing uncomfortable, I am going to do the thing afraid, I am stretched even bigger and wider, right? And God continues to shape me into exactly who I'm supposed to be to get to the things that I want to get to. Like, I could never have gotten, not even to this place here on YouTube or to any level of success in my digital business and making thousands of dollars online, if I didn't start from a place of discomfort. If you are new here, welcome to my channel, you guys. I create videos on this channel just basically sharing my experience with you on where I started, the struggles that I've had in making my first sale in my digital business. And confidence is not one of the things that I have spoken about, I think, since I started, and it has been one of the things that I've struggled with, especially in the beginning. So I wanted to do a video where I talk a little bit more about confidence and how to get to a place where where you feel confident enough to really show up for you and your business. So if you have not subscribed yet, get comfortable. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Stay a while. If you are not a newbie and you have come back time and time again to check out my videos and to get all of this information and the gems that I'm dropping, I love you so much for coming back. Let's get into it. So confidence is 80% mental and 20% strategy, right? A lot of people think that confidence just happens, right? Because you know the information, that just naturally makes you confident. But that's not always the case, right? Knowing the information, knowing what you want to talk about, knowing what you are good at isn't always enough to get you to that place of I'm just confident showing up in front of the camera or confident speaking publicly or whatever, because it's just not something that we do on a regular basis. Like, you wouldn't normally sit across from your phone propped up having a conversation. I wouldn't normally be sitting across from my phone propped up on a tripod having a conversation, right? It's not something that I've grown up doing. It's not something that I'm used to doing. So I had to get used to actually doing it, and I had to practice, and I had to really do it uncomfortably. When I first started creating YouTube videos, let's say less than a year ago, I don't know, I think it's June or July makes a year, but when I first started creating YouTube videos less than a year ago, I was so uncomfortable. And let me tell you, there was times where, like, I would mess up and then delete the whole video because I made one little mistake, right? And then start all over. And I would get so frustrated because I'm like, I cannot do this, right? But what I was not aware of at the time was that the mistakes are okay, right? The world is not going to end. People are not going to care as much as we think people are going to care, right? And I had to come to that conclusion in my mind. Like, it's not that deep, right? But it didn't just happen for me. Like it really took me really just doing it, right? Because I said this today on my live on the other platform, like you have to just do it. There's never going to be a point in time where you're going to feel all the way ready to do it, right? But it is your responsibility to show up for the people that need the information and need what it is that you have, right? And so if you are not showing up, they cannot get what it is that they need to be able to help solve their problem, right? And so they're waiting for you to show up. And you, in our heads, sometimes we think like, oh, people are going to think this or people are going to say that or whatever the case. But honestly, the people that matter aren't even worried about the mistakes that you make. They're not even worried about whether you have makeup on or don't have makeup on, right? They're not worried about those things. They are honestly simply worried about solving the problem that they have, coming to get whatever it is that they've come to your platform to get. They are more focused on that. Everybody else that's talking or that may talk, they don't even exist in your world, right? And so I just want you to remember that and take heed to that. Like, you are not here to make a sale from a video. You're not here to impress anybody on any of your platforms. You are literally here for a purpose. You're here to serve. You are here to provide an answer to somebody that has a problem, right? And so that should be like your mindset. Like, I'm just here to talk to the person that needs what it is that I have, because that person is not going to care how many times I make a mistake. I had to check this mic because y'all know this mic has failed me time and time again. But that person is not going to care, whether you stumble on your words or whether you show up with makeup on or don't show up with makeup on, or whether your camera quality is not the best. Like, they're not going to care. They really just want to come for the information. So try setting an intention for you going live or you recording, whether you're recording on video or recording a podcast or whether you're public speaking. I want you to set an intention. I am going in here to serve. I am going in here to deliver this message. I am going in here to have a casual conversation with the person that needs to hear what it is that I have to say. When you set the intention before you even come on screen or before you even start recording the podcast, it gives your brain a reason. It's like, it's okay. We're just going to have a conversation. We're just going in. We're just going to give information. We're going to serve the person that actually needs to hear what it is that we have to say, right? And so it kind of like smooths it out and it helps you really go in with more intention and more focus. It's normal for you to feel nervous, right? It's normal for you to stumble over your words. It's normal for you to think like, should I be looking over here? Should I be looking over there? Is my lighting perfect? All of those things are normal for you to feel. I want you to tell yourself that the adrenaline that you feel, the nervousness that you're feeling, the butterflies that you feel in your stomach, even though it's just you and the phone or you and the mic, right? Is literally you expanding. You are stretching into the version of you that you are becoming, right? You already are that person, but you are becoming that version, right? And so you're reminding yourself that it is okay, that you are valuable, that you have something to say, and that feeling of nervousness is natural. Anytime you do something that is important to you, you are going to feel a sense of nervousness. When you take a test, you feel nervous. When you go for an interview, you feel nervous. But at the end of the day, you get the job done. And that's what's most important, right? Actually going in afraid, going in nervous, going in with the jitters, but still accomplishing the task. And for every time you do that, for every time you come on and you're like, yes, I feel nervous inside. You could even say that, like, y'all, I am nervous because this is not something that I do regularly. If that makes you feel more comfortable, if it takes the pressure off of you, then say it out loud, right? But I want you to know that those things are normal. It's literally just a sign that you are growing, that you are getting better, right? That you are improving on the amazing person that you already are.